Hello medians, I hope you all are fine. So this is our sixth video. In the previous video I had explained how the two sprites, how we can add a sound in a program and glide a sprite. So today in this video I will explain the third program, that is how we can use up, down, right and left arrows of the keyboard. So let's move on the IDE of Scratch. This is an IDE of the Scratch. So our first step is to delete the default sprite and we will introduce a new sprite. We will choose a new sprite from here. By clicking it once, I will move to the gallery of the sprites from the Scratch. So I will select the relevant sprite in my program. My next step is to choose the backdrop. So I will click on this, choose a backdrop once, and from here, from the gallery of the Scratch, from the backdrops, I will choose a relevant background. You can see a diver and an underwater background is selected. Now we are moving to the block palette. So we are going to start the coding part of our program. So first of all, I am going to click on the events block. The first is when green flag is clicked. So if we want to add any sound, we can add sound when green flag is clicked. We can sound, instead of this pop sound, we can introduce a new sound over here. So from the block palette, again I will click on the third tab, that is sounds tab. From the gallery of the sounds, I can choose a different sound. Let's take this is a relevant sound for our program. So let's take it, double click it and it will appear over here. Again I will click to the coding part and I will click on this drop down menu. You can see I am having one of the option, that is ocean wave. I will click over that. Again I will move to the events block. From the events block I will start with the second block, that is when space key is pressed. So instead of it, you can choose when up arrow key is pressed. So before moving forward, let me tell you one thing, one basic thing, that if we are going to start with the up, down, right and left arrows, we must be having some introduction about the axis, coordinate axis. So how many types of axes are there? There are only two types of axes. One is x-axis and the another one is y-axis. So let's start. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. So for the right direction we are having positive x-axis and for the upward direction we are having positive y-axis. But when we are moving forward to the left axis and down axis, we must take the mathematical concept that it is negative x and it is negative y. So when we move in the upward direction, when we are going to use the up arrow, we are going to affect the positive y-axis, and when we are moving downwards, when we want to move our sprite downwards, then we have to use the negative y-axis value. When we are moving in the positive direction, in the right direction, when the sprite is moving in the right direction, it is affecting positive x-axis, and when the sprite is moving backward, it is using minus x-axis. So let's use this concept in our video, in our program. So when we are going to choose the up arrow, already explained, up arrow will affect the positive y-axis. So I will choose a motion block, change y by 10. Again I will move back to the events block. When down arrow key is pressed, then down arrow key is affecting which axis? It is minus y-axis. So here it is positive y and here it is negative y. Here it is positive y means change y by 10. Now I am going to use the same block, but instead of positive 10, I will write over here minus 10 because it is affecting the negative y-axis. So again I move back to the events block. When right arrow key is pressed, then you can see when the right arrow key is pressed, it is affecting positive x-axis. Again I am moving back. When right arrow key is pressed, I will move to the motion block, change x by 10 because it is affecting x-axis. Again I am moving back to the events block. When left arrow key is pressed, then change x by, instead of 10, here I will write minus 10 because it is affecting minus x-axis. The negative side, the left side is affecting minus x-axis, the right side is affecting positive x-axis, the down arrow is affecting minus y-axis, the up arrow is affecting positive y-axis. So you can see when I am going to click up arrow, first of all I will click on this green flag. My sprite is moving up, down, right, left. It is moving up, it is moving down. When I am clicking on right, it is moving on left side. When I am clicking on right, it is moving on right side. Now if I want that it will change, the diver will change the face in the left side, when I will click on the left arrow, it will also change its direction. When I will click on the right arrow, it will be in 90-degree direction. When I will click on the left arrow key, it will move to the negative 90-degree. So again from the motion block, I will choose point to the direction. When I want that it must be in the 90-degree direction, I will write point in direction 90-degree. Here I am going to change the position, change the face of the diver. Here I will use point in direction minus 90-degree. So after using this, I have to set one more change over here. I will click over here, and when it is moving to minus 90-degree, when it moves to minus 90-degree, then it must flip its position. It must face downwards. Instead of upwards, it must face downwards. So let's see. When I am clicking up arrow, it is moving upward side. When I am clicking down arrow, it is moving downward side. When I am clicking on the right arrow key, it is moving on the right direction. When I am clicking on the left arrow key, it is moving on left side direction. And face of the diver is also in the left side. So this is how we can use up arrow, down arrow, right arrow and left arrow. Okay. In the case of mobile phones, if you are using the keypad from mobile phone, instead of up arrow, you can click on A. When A key is pressed, instead of down arrow key, you can see from here, instead of up arrow key, you can write A. On the right side, you can click B. On the downward side, you can click C. On the left side, you can click D. Moving back, on the upward key, you can use A. On the right key, you can use B. On down key, you can use C. On the left arrow key, you can use D. So when I am clicking, when I will press on A key, my sprite will move upward. When I click on B key, my sprite will move in the right side direction. When I will click C, it is moving downwards. When I click on D, it is moving on the left side direction. So this is how we can use up, right, left and down arrow keys. And if you are using the mobile phone, then you can use A, B, C, D arrow keys. So thank you all of you. Do this project by yourself also.